Well, guys, I've got the engine apart for the 1963 Austin Healey. It was a fight, a really big fight, but I got it all apart. And to get the lifters out of it, or the tappets, they were really stuck. I had to knock them out with a big center punch, and a lot of them broke up as they were coming out. I haven't taken a look at the block to see if I screwed up anything in the block, but I have a feeling that that I didn't do any damage to the lifter bores. But the lifters did break up. Let me give you a look-see. Here we go. This is one of the bottoms of the lifters. They were so frozen in place, and they've been soaking for a long time. But that's one of the bottoms that knocked off, because what I had to do to get the cam out of it, there's the cam, I had to knock the lifters out down this way. And it's sort of hard to get to, so this is what I was hitting on with a big flat punch right here. And then when I got the cam out of it, then I went and got up here from the top half of the block and knocked them out completely. And yeah, it shattered the top ring of the lifter, or the tappets, on just about every one of them. Yeah, you know, they're junk. You can see where, you know, I've beaten on them. But they were locked up pretty bad. And of course, there's the oil pump. She's perfect. The housing doesn't look bad. So, and the camshaft, as far as I can tell, I don't see any real bad areas on the cam. There's the idle oil pump drive. Man, this stuff is just pretty gooed up. So there's the old cam and gear. And there's the timing chain that I had to cut in two. That's pretty locked up. And the pistons look good. So I think I can do something with them. I'm going to have to take them off the rods, because the rods need to be cleaned. Rod bearings and stuff in here, I want to keep that a little separate, because I got to be a little careful what I do. And here's the block. I've been using electrolysis to clean the block, and I only submerged half of it. I didn't want to take it up to the cam bearings. And you can see the cam bearings right there, just above the water. This was actually the good side of the block. The other side was the part that was laying in the dirt, and that's the part that got nasty, rust-wise. And of course, my battery took a crap. I had it hooked up for the last 2 days with a charger on it, and the battery, I think, just too much for the battery. And if for some reason the battery isn't coming up or charging, I tried different chargers. So, and with it disconnected, and it was I guess, okay battery, but it was just probably too much for it. So I'll have to, this is a day and a half of soaking, and I'll have to just let it go at that. But it sort of made a gooey mess. So it's done something, because all the ground rods I put in it are pretty crappy. So I guess if it got that little bit of dirt off of it, I'll just have to deal with it. I was hoping to flip it around and maybe try this side, but I think I'm just going to wire brush it and do something different, because I'm not going to dick with batteries. I'd like to run a hone through it and clean it real good, run a hone through it and see if the bore looks good, and check the lifter galleys to see if they're okay. I'll run a hone through those and see if it tears up my hone on a burr, or if it hones okay. So that'll indicate what I can do with this block, because I am going to try to do this in-house no matter how bad it looks. The top half of the bore is good, nice and clean and shiny, and it's just the very bottom, which is being the bottom oil ring area. So even if it's got something going on, it's just going to be in the bottom oil ring. So I think it'll survive, you know, if there's a couple of pits or something. But we'll see. And I got this unit out of the garage. This is a TR3 that I was doing all the body work on. And we flipped it around, and I put the Mustang in here. Walked outside. This is a 68 Mustang, I think. It's for a friend of mine. And I've got two floors are questionable. And this side's the good side. There are couple little issues, but that's the culprit that's having issues. And it looks like the rockers are good, but it's the inner rocker that's messed up. So we'll have to see how that's going to pan out. I have to talk to this guy, and we're going to have to reach an understanding as far as what exactly he wants me to do, because we talked about it briefly without me surveying the car out. Now that I've pretty much surveyed the car, I can go in detail on what it's gonna, how many Coke bottles it's gonna take for me to fix this thing. All right, so that's really about it. I just wanted to give you the last little video on the Austin Healey 3000. Looks like if I can get the block cleaned up and the pistons cleaned up, I think I'll spend today doing that, getting it ready to be assembled again. I'd like to, move forwards with it a little bit, at least the engine. I need a lot of parts. I got to find sheet metal. There's the rocker arm assembly. I'm going to have to replace the shaft on that. Of course, I got to get it apart. I've got one rocker to move, and that's it. And I still need valve cover, and I do need an oil pan. The oil pan, I'm not going to fix it, so I need that. And there's the crank. Boy, that thing is heavy, let me tell you. But it looks good enough that I think I can clean it real good and give her a quick polish job, and I think it'll be okay. I haven't looked at the rear main seal area yet. I got to wire brush it real good because it's a spiral kind of seal. Make sure that part is not rusted away, because it takes it on the chin back there. That's sort of open to the weather a little bit. I'll have to see how much damage is on that, if there is any. I'm just hoping for the best. And the cylinder head, I already went through the bath over here, and it came out good. I mean, it's definitely workable. All the valves freed up. So this electrolysis thing worked great. But it really took it on the chin here. The electrical wires rotted in two on the other one when I was doing the cylinder head. So I left a coating on this one. But you can see the rod is pretty bad. So it definitely moves something. Moves some rust. However it works, I'm going to live with it. Yeah, I'm just going to... It's as clean as I'm going to get it in this situation, because this stuff stinks. I want to get it out of here. All right. So, that's about it, I guess. All right, guys. I just wanted to, end the engine video, take it apart and clean up process now. So, we're done for the moment. So, until I get this engine cleaned up, and I got to figure out how to do that, then I'll get back with y'all guys. And see y'all later. Bye.